Let's start with a biblical principle, no? Ang purpose po natin in saying verses ay dalawa. One, I want to communicate that in everything we do, napaka-importante na kasama yung ating creator. Yung creator or yung manufacturer, siya nakakaalam ng purpose ng bawat isa. So, ang nag-manufacture or nag-create ng Toyota o Mitsubishi o BYD, siya may karapatan maglabas ng owner's manual o kaya ng user's guide, di ba? Ang nag-create ng iPhone, Samsung, Huawei, lahat ng napakagagandang mga cellphone, di ba? Yung user guide niyan or yung mga tips or yung mga upgrade sa kanyang operating system, yung manufacturer nakakaalam. So ako'y naniniwala din sa ating bansa, sa mundong ito, meron divine creator. So the second purpose is really not the verse per se, but the biblical principle involved, no? So yung addressing myself to Christians, we believe kasi that the word is a living word, di ba? Ibig sabihin, hindi lang to aral sa eskwelahan, hindi lang to math or science or history. Living word to, it changes you. Having said that, even for non-believers or those who believe something different, or even kasi sa Christian community, di ba, napakadaming denominations, may major differences, for example, ang evangelicals at saka ang Catholics. But even yung Catholics, di ba, between yung Opus Dei at saka yung Jesuits, or ganun din sa evangelical, kung Pentecostal, kung Baptist, Presbyterian, di ba? Napakarami pong mga pagkakaiba, pero may core beliefs. And these core beliefs, I'll call them principles, di ba? Biblical principles. Kaya paulit-ulit po tayo na we can debate on opinions. Opinion yun eh. So, natural, opinion mo, iba sa opinion ko. So, pag sinabi ni Lani, mas gusto niyang ang suot ko ay blazer or suit. Pag sinabi naman ni Tintoy na, sir, mas gusto ko pag suot mo t-shirt lang na plain. Pag sinabi naman ni George, iba talaga jacket. Kita mo si Robin Padilla, ang gaganda ng jacket, di ba? So, opinion yun eh, di ba? Ang facts, dapat hindi tayo nagdidebate. Kaya nga fact yun eh. Ibig sabihin, yun talaga, di ba? So, is the world flat or is it round? Nung wala pang way to prove it as a fact, some people said it's an opinion. Pero nung may iba ng scientific way, lalo na nung nakapunta na ng space ang mga tao, tapos nakita ang bilog, it's a fact na bilog. But nowadays, pati ang facts, dinidebate. Kaya may alternative facts or may fake news pa nga kung fake talaga. That's why, let's go to principles. And what principle do I want to apply today? Yung biblical principle na kung anong ating itatanim, yan ang ating aanihin. Or what we sow, we will reap, di ba? So, mula pa elementary or sa bahay, tinuturuan tayo na kung anong itatanim, yan ang aanihin. So, hindi ka pwede magtanim ng mangga, tapos santol ang iyong aanihin. So, there is a tragedy, yung school shooting and then yung stabbing. And although it's happened before yung stabbing, and although napapanood natin sa television, for example, na nangyari sa US, I cannot imagine, of course, the parents. I mean, remember si ate po lost a child a few months after birth, at sabi nga niya na no matter how people say, I understand, we feel for you, habang hindi mo naramdaman ay hindi mo masasabi. So, you know, I just wanna really pray for the parents, pray for the loved ones ng mga nasawi, and of course, ask people to, you know, to be sensitive, to pray for them. So, having said that, I also cannot say I can understand how the community feels, di ba? How yung classmates, yung mga na-trauma na bata, how the PTA, how yung mga homeroom teachers, how yung barangay, the barangay captain, everything it's just a shock to us, di ba? So, we have to reflect kasi kung anong tinatanim natin sa isip ng mga bata. So, isang lumabas na kasi yung mga violent na mga applications or yung mga napapanood sa social media. In a sense, hindi bago po yan kasi nung bata kami, kaya nga naban din yung video games and then may ilan mga cartoons na naban din. Kasi given naman sa atin lahat na garbage in is garbage out. But siguro ang gusto ko lang i-contribute sa discussion, nung araw kasi you may ask, bakit ibang-iba yung reaction kapag yung abuse ay nangyari sa bahay? So it can be any kind of abuse, di ba? Sexual abuse, physical abuse, it could be death, it could be injury. But bakit pag sa bahay, sa simbahan, or sa eskwelahan, grabe ang reaction ng buong, everyone, ng buong bansa, ng media, ng buong bansa. And dapat, hindi tayo pwede ma-desensitize diyan, hindi pwedeng maging normal yan. maraming dapat hindi normal na naging normal na. That's why nga, I won't go there, no? But yung war on drugs, that's why nga yung mga area na drug-infested ay nag-resonate doon yung labanan ang drugs. Kasi nga, nung araw, parang siguro sa isang taon, isang beses lang mababalitaan na may 6-year-old or 3-year-old or 9-year-old na na-rape. O kaya yung sabihin na nagpatayan sa sariling bahay. Pero nung lumaganap talaga yung shabu, parang buwan-buwan, yung, minsan mas madalas pa, may news ng heinous crimes o napaka-violent na crimes o napaka-karumal-dumal na krimen na hindi natin ma-explain. Ang problema nga, nanonormalize. So, and then na-explain, kaya normal kasi nga, yung shabu really causes violence. But hindi talaga pwedeng ma-normalize yung shootings, killings sa school. Hindi dapat ma-normalize ang kahit anong klaseng abuse sa churches at lalong-lalo na po sa bahay. So the reason po that we're more sensitive when it is schools, churches, or home is because this is the place where children should be safe. Di ba? Sa bahay, kasi nga, bahay mo yun eh. Di ba? Sino pang magmamahal sa iyo sa mundong ito, aside from God, kung hindi pamilya mo? Nanay mo, tatay mo, mga kapatid mo, kung sino man nasa bahay. Di ba? Church din, di ba? Why do you go there? You go to church because all religion teaches there's something higher than us. There's the spiritual world. At mahal ka ng Diyos. So, maging pastor yan, maging imam, maging ministro, maging pastor, kung may abuse, whether masyadong stricto at napalo kang na-injure ka or whether it's sexual abuse, it's unacceptable. And then, of course, school. Because we send our children to school para nga mag-develop sila eh. Ang number one resource natin is not oil or gas or gold or livestock, di ba? It's our children. So, we expect those three places to be safe, no? So I hope na as the investigations go on, yung local sa DepEd, yung NBI, PNP, I think Congress at Senate, di ba? At tingnan po natin yung total environment ng estudyante. Kasi I was thinking about it, baka sabihin nyo, ano naman kilalaman ng K-12 sa nangyari? Eh guys, half day na lang po eh. Half day na lang most of our schools. No? I don't know exactly sa Leyte. But most of our schools sa highly urbanized places are half day. So, mas madami pang oras ang bata sa lansangan at saka sa social media, di ba? And then mga churches, most are punong-puno. So yung supervision then or yung personal time, iba-iba depende sa church. And then homes are not as cohesive as they used to be. It depends, no? So my point is lang, we have to solve the problems, but we have to have very, very deep thought into this problem because existential to sa pamilya ng bawat Pilipino. So again, I join the millions who are praying and also nakikiramay dun sa mga biktima at sa pamilya. And then of course, we understand their cry for justice. And definitely this problem with teenagers who think that they can do anything, the discussion has been there for more than 10 years. Diba? So uminit na ulit yung discussion niya noong 2016 pa, 2026 na eh. So tama si Senator Robin na if there's a reason to call a special session, it'll be that. Diba? So hindi po dahilan na wala pang members yung minority sa Committee on Justice because everyone can participate eh. Hindi naman kailangan yung botohan dyan eh. It's really getting to a consensus of what what law will be most proactive and relevant to us where we can protect our young people, not expose them to criminality, not treat them as hardened criminals, but also deter them and their parents from going into violence and violent crimes, no?
Kami ang boses ng masa, hindi natatakot. Katotohanan lang, di kami nalulunod. Walang bahid ng sismis, lahat ay totoo. Kahit sino ka pa, pag mali ka babanatan ka. Walang pinipili kulay, wala kaming kinikilingan. Basta para sa bayan, kami lalaban. Pagdama palakpakan, pag mali banatan. Di matitinag, di matatakot, para sa bayan tuloy ang sigaw. Sa harap ng kamera, walang halong takot. Mga baluktot, lahat kayo'y tulad.